Now, it's time for Spotlight on Business, where every week we put the spotlight on a different local business so you can find out how they serve you and the community. Now from Michiana's Morning News, it's Laura Smith.
Welcome to the Merchant Alliance Show for downtown Elkhart, where you can find everything that's going on and happening there at dodowntownelkhart.com. From Main Street at 203 to be precise on South Main, we have Kelly Regier from the Twisted String Boutique. One of my favorite stores on the whole, I call it the Avenue, but that's a New York thing. But that's what it feels like to me. It's the Avenue. It's where you can find everything. And I just love the Twisted String. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And tell me a little bit how it got started, because the concept, when you go into the Twisted String, and I know many of you have seen it, been there, shopped there, but you get it. There's something different. It's a vibe. It's a, I don't know, it's a little bit rock and roll, a little bit classy, a little bit just Elkhart, a little bit LA, a little bit New York. I love it. It's just all your own. Kelly, tell us about the concept of the Twisted String. Where did you get the idea? When did you open? Tell us the history.
Well, we started almost 12 years ago. So we're super big on experience. Obviously, you can shop online, but if you're going to get out of your home and shop, we want it to be an experience. So we were super big on theme. The Twisted String, it just is inspired from the textile mills that came to the United States in the late 1800s. And we had a lot of that history here in the area with the Singer sewing machine factory. And I think it's Levi jeans and stuff like that. We have a lot of textile history in the area, which is awesome. So we wanted to just keep that and celebrate it. And so you can see that inside our store with all the Singer sewing machines. And there's a mural of a girl at a textile mill. It was a funny story. Is it was hard to find a picture that wasn't really young children, because that's who worked in those textile mills during that time. So, yeah, some cool, interesting history there. But, yeah, so we have a little edgier vibe, I feel like, than most boutiques, but edgy in a good, classy way, I think. Just celebrating being you and being different.
Mm-hmm. And comfortable and sassy. And then there's just a million things, qualities that I think your store portrays when you go in there and when you buy. I've bought many things there, and I just love it. Even you had some specialty items. I bought a mug there that says St. Joe River unsalted on it. Like those are just some cool things you got for very local. I did not know, by the way, that history. I didn't know that there was a Singer sewing machine company in Elkhart.
That was in South Bend.
Oh, South
Bend. And we started in this Mishawaka area. So
I see. Yep. Yes. Okay. So no, that's so interesting to me. And here we are. And you're trying to bring that sort of nostalgia back in a way. I feel like I'm back in high school when I come to your store in a good way. Because you know what? Everything I wore back in the 70s, they're wearing again. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they used to make fun of us, and now everybody's wearing it because
good style always comes back.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? So, yeah, what would you say your clothing goes from between what eras, what genres, what types of things?
Oh my goodness, there's a wide range. I feel like in age too. It's more of a unique edgy style than it is a target age. So I've got women. My goodness, from 18 to 80. And I think, like we have a lot of 80s band tees, some outfits that you would wear to a concert, just kind of edgy, good classic black leather jacket, for example, great jeans, but then also some everyday sweaters. But I try to keep it a little different. I love to encourage women to step outside their comfort zone with something that they think they can't pull off, but they love. So that's my favorite thing when a woman tries something on and says, I just don't think I can pull it off. You know what? If you look good in it, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to encourage you to do it. And every single time those women come back and they say, oh, my word, I got so many compliments. And I'm like,
yes, that's what happened to me when I went in. I went in just to see what it was like. And I came out with 3 bags full, like Baba Black Sheep. I swear, I couldn't leave. And then just, you made it so fun, and you were so sweet and so nice to talk to. And it was like an experience. And I would recommend taking your young, daughters in there. Now, Are there men's clothes? I'm trying to remember.
We used to have men's clothes in the mall. Now that we've moved to Elkhart, we tried it when we first moved there. At the time, there just wasn't enough men to keep it turning over quick enough. But that is something that we are open to bringing back in the future. So
okay. Well, again, you've got so many great things going on with the denim and the jackets, and
yes.
I go by there and I feel like, I want to feel like that again, like I did back in the 70s. My hair was long. It was like almost down to past my rear end. I looked like Cher a little bit, and I go by and I see this stuff in your window, and I'm like, I want to look like that again. I want to wear those things again, and you can, like you said, you've got everything from 18 to 80-year-olds in there, and something for everyone. And like the shirt I'm wearing today, like this is a classic casual fun, but then I have your rock and roll t-shirt stuff going on too, which I absolutely love. And it never goes out. I mean, you wear
That's
that
right.
stuff with different bands on it or whatever, and it never goes out. It makes you feel happy, brings out the youth in you, and I love that. What are some other items that people can find besides the fabulous clothes?
we have jewelry, genuine leather bed stew boots.
What is that?
So it's just a really great brand of good leather boots and sandals. Some of the best leather, I feel like you can tell by the smell and the feel. Mm-hmm. It's just a buttery leather. It smells amazing and it lasts a really long time. I have one pair of bed stew boots that I had from my very first year open, and they still look great.
Are those it?
Nope, that's a taller pair that I have at home. But
okay.
Yeah, these I've had for a couple years, and they're just amazing. They don't really need broken in. They're comfortable from day one.
Yeah, and the style is phenomenal. They have a zip up on the side. They have a nice square heel to give you a little height, but not uncomfortable like a high heel. Mm-hmm. And then you've got some laces going up the back, and that gorgeous colored leather, like almost like a caramel. Oh my goodness. That's fabulous. So you carry that to go with the outfits because, not every, like the styles that you have in there, you do need the right footwear for it. I mean, it's a very specific kind of look and style. I got at your place a wonderful, it hangs on like a window. It lets the light in, and it's a hummingbird.
Yes.
Or hummingbird? Or no, dragonfly. Excuse me, it's a dragonfly.
Yeah, we had both. Yeah.
And then my cousins came in, and that's what the symbol is for their dad. And so I had to give it away. So then I ordered another one from you because I was like, I don't want to give it up because I love it so much. It's so beautiful. And you sent in for it. You got it for me. I went in there, and then you actually wrote me a thank you note. And I got it at my house, and I was like, who is this from? Because it was like handwriting. It wasn't like typed or anything. And I looked at it. It was from you at your store. It had just written this beautiful note to me, thanking me for coming in and ordering. And I was just blown away by that. It just made me feel like, you know what? All is not lost in the world. We still have customs that young people, old people alike, everyone can relate to, can make them feel special. Those were the days. And when I lived in Elkhart a long, long time ago, and it had those department stores, I guess you would call them, Ziesel's and Drake's, and these different stores that are no longer there. But it's a throwback to that because I remember we'd go in there with my mom or my dad, and the storekeepers would talk to you, and they would. There was, except for one. There was one that was really mad at me because I remember her. I was 5 and I was on the floor. I was so, my mom was shopping and in there a long time. So I decided that I would crawl on the floor and look for straight pins that had the little color balls on the end.
I used to do that. I had a collection of little things I would find on the floor in the department stores, little gems.
Okay.
Or yes.
Well, you're like way younger than me. So I guess it wasn't me just being crazy. But anyway, I remember the lady telling me not to touch the mannequin because I think she had a feeling I was going to maybe like touch the mannequin. So what did I do? What did I do at 5 years old? Not only did I touch the mannequin, I knocked the whole thing over.
Girl, I think we were cut from the same cloth. I think I was probably 5 or 6 in the mall, and I tried to shake a mannequin's hand and ripped the arm right off. My mother was horrified.
Oh my gosh. Well, my mother was horrified, and so was the lady at the store. She was not happy with me at all. I'm not sure we were welcome back there again. But anyway, I digress totally. But shopping is an experience, whether you're little and you're with your parents or whether you grow up and you do it yourself. When I go into your store, that's what I feel. It reminds me of the old days that we did used to go to the stores as teenagers, and it was just like literally that was what we did on the weekend. That was all we looked forward to, was going in. And your store brings back those memories for me. I'm talking to Kelly Regier here. She is the owner operator of the Twisted String Boutique, which is at 203 South Main Street. On Main Street, right there in Elkhart, when you turn off of East Jackson, and it's in that one beautiful block. I just love going shopping there. It is, and you know what I also love? I love that in Elkhart, Indiana, for the most part, there's free parking. I come from New York, where you had to pay money every time you went anywhere, and it would kind of discourage you from want to go shopping. You're like, do I really need to go? Because I really don't feel like putting money in the meter and doing all that. But in Elkhart, Indiana, no, you pull in on a Friday night or you pull in on a Saturday morning, and there's parking there, and you have a wonderful person like Kelly greeting you, and it's just really, it's the way to go. And the most beautiful clothes, you're going to absolutely love it in there, I promise you. The Twisted String, you said you started in Mishawaka. Mm-hmm. And I had somebody tell me that yesterday. I said you were coming in, and they were like, oh, yeah, you mean the store in Mishawaka? I said, no, it's in Elkhart. Do you still have that store, or are you solely in Elkhart now?
Solely in Elkhart. So, yeah, we started outside the mall on University Drive, and then moved to a spot just outside next to Men's Warehouse that was at the mall. Then we moved inside the mall.
My goodness.
And then to Elkhart. Yes.
So what made you move to the store to Elkhart? What was it that attracted you?
It was if I look back, probably definitely a God thing. We thought we were happy in the mall, and the foot traffic was great, and we, made some great memories there. But a bigger store came along, and that's just how it is in the retail industry. If a bigger store can fill the space, then they allow it. So at first we were upset, but then it ended up being such an amazing thing because I live in Elkhart. So I'd much rather support my own hometown and have my store there. And Elkhart is it's past up and coming. I mean, it's really a fun town.
It's happening,
Absolutely.
Hot stuff. It is really, truly.
It's been wonderful to be downtown and just watch all the growth and be a part of it. The ladies' nights we do in spring and fall. And just the camaraderie that we have with one another, all the shops, we're all friends. We all get along. We all send each other customers, So
I love
it's just a great place to be.
It truly is. You know what? I don't miss New York anymore. I'll always love it, always be my heart, but I am so happy here for just exactly the things you are describing. Actually, the merchants support each other. Imagine that. No competition, no stabbing each other in the back and trying to steal your customers. No, they actually all get along and are friends, and you can feel it when you go down there. Elkhart, Indiana is a happy place to be. That's why I came back and bought my house there, and I love it so very much. I'm talking with Kelly Regier of the Twisted String Boutique. Beautiful items you can't find anywhere else. Truly an experience when you go into that store. We're going to talk a little bit more about all that's happening there when we come back. This is the Merchant Alliance Show, and I'm Laura Smith.
Podcasts by Federated Media.